Good morning, everybody. So it's about 7:30 now. So I stayed up pretty late last night and woke up really early for some reason and decided to go back to bed. But yeah, I'm having a hard time getting excited today. I don't know, just another day of paddling down a lake. But I'll get there. It's just gonna take me a little bit. So I'm just slowly packing everything up inside the tent, and then I'll get out there and get some breakfast going. So I'm finally out and about, and the water appears to have rose quite a bit. So this boat was out of the water last night, and is definitely not anymore. And all of this behind the tent was not here last night. So I was pretty close to getting wet last night. My tent's probably only 3 inches above the water. So could have been not great. I mean, the tent itself is a bathtub design, so you would have to have 4 inches of water before it actually got in the tent. But still, I need to be a little more careful. I'm so used to Oahe being such a big lake that the height of it doesn't really change. But on these smaller lakes, I guess I need to be a little more careful. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some breakfast out and going, and then get everything packed up and head out on the water. Okay, so for breakfast, I have one I'm pretty excited about. It's one I haven't actually tried yet. So it's jalapeno biscuits and herb sausage gravy. So it's by Pinnacle Foods. I've been told this one's pretty good, so I'm excited to try it out. And I'm gonna get some coffee going. So I'm kind of debating. I kind of have two options. So another couple miles down this shoreline here, past that point, is West Bend Recreational Point, and it's a big campground. It's got showers and water and all that fun stuff. But also, at the same time, the point of Big Bend is right over there, and with the lake so calm, I can just cut straight across and cut quite a few miles off. So I just can't decide what to do, because I'm really pretty good on water. I'm not hurting too much, and there is a campground at the Big Bend Dam on the bottom side. So I just don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to go? There is a bunch of fish going crazy out there. That's interesting. I saw a little bit of that last night. They're chasing minnows. Or eating minnows is more likely. But yeah, I just can't decide, because it's definitely going to add some more miles to go to West Bend. And I don't really feel like I need resupplied. It'd just be nice, because I've only been out here 2 days from my last rest stop. So I think I'm just going to keep going, because it's just so nice out, and I should take advantage of that to cut across this lake and cut some miles off of it. I couldn't believe last night that after being so calm for several hours, the wind picked up as soon as the sun set last night, and then blew for most of the night. And then I wake up this morning to just pure glass. So I thought the recreation area was kind of on this shore, but it's actually straight ahead all the way on the far side of this corner. So it's 5 miles to the recreation area, or it's 2.5 to that point. So I'm definitely going to head to the point. I don't actually need anything, and it's going to add at least 5 miles to my day if I go there. So I think I'm good. So I'm just going to cut across while the weather is absolutely amazing. Alright, so I'm heading across the lake to the point still. I'm about 2 miles out at the moment. And I just measured, and I'm 23 miles away from the dam. So I am pretty tired from last night. Editing took forever, but that seems fairly reasonable, and I think I can get that done today. So I don't actually have a ride set up to get over this dam. It's not very far. It's less than a mile. So if I have to, I'll hand do it, but we'll just see. Looks like it might be kind of a fun one. I'm out in the middle, about halfway to that point, and biting flies are out today again. So They keep getting me on the ankles, and actually they've been biting me through my socks. So yeah, back to rubber boots, because the tennis shoes don't cover my ankles, so they don't really protect me. So I mean, these boots work, they're just going to be hot today, but that's not the end of the world. I've worn rubber boots for a lot of hours, so just one more thing today. Well, it's like 10:30 and I finally made it. The point is covered in birds, but I'm excited to finally be here. That took forever to get across this lake, but luckily the boat ramp that I'm getting off this lake is on this side, so I'm glad I was able to cross over. So now I'm just going to follow this shoreline all the way to the dam, and as I round the point here, I'll be able to see the next hour or two of my day. So I'm just continuing around the end of Big Bend, and one thing that I've noticed is I haven't seen any trees since I started Big Bend, like not on the bank, but I mean in the water sticking out. So that doesn't mean that there aren't any, but I haven't been able to see any, so that's pretty nice. So hopefully I'm done with that for now, and gonna have a good day. I do have just the slightest of a tailwind at the moment pushing me, which is pretty nice. I am going to be turning around this point, but then continuing in this direction once I'm done with Big Bend. So hopefully I'll have a nice tailwind this afternoon. That would help a lot. Now that I've finally gotten around Big Bend, the lake has gotten crystal clear and I can easily see the bottom, which is pretty cool. And it's just a absolutely beautiful morning. I can't believe I've gotten so much amazing weather on Lake Sharp so far. Well, I'll be honest, I have not been moving very fast this morning, but that's okay. I'm continuing around Big Bend, and for lunch I have menu number 17, pork sausage patty maple flavored. So it's kind of the one breakfast MRE, so I'm going to enjoy that and just try to pedal a little faster than I have been. So the wind is starting to pick up. It's coming from the right, like from the shore, which is not a big deal right now, but as I make my way all the way around Big Bend, it means this afternoon I'll be going into a headwind, which is not terribly exciting. I just gotta say, I am not super enthusiastic about pedaling today. I don't know, I'm just not going very fast. So we'll see if I get a second wind this afternoon. But I'm just a little tired from yesterday. Okay, so it's about 3:30 and I've got a headwind now, so that's pretty exciting. I'm just heading around this next point. I'm heading up the other side of Big Bend now, and yeah, it's just been a slow day. I've been tired and not moving very fast, so at this point I'm not entirely sure I'm going to get to the dam, but if I don't, that's not a big deal. So it's not a race, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm just trying to get as far as I can today, and we'll just see what happens. So I find it kind of funny, the wind's picked up a little bit and I got about foot waves, and they don't even make me blink anymore. Foot waves are just nothing. So I would have been worried at the start of this trip with these waves, and now they're not even annoying. So it's interesting, and I'm just continuing up this shoreline very slowly through this headwind. There's been a lot of like reeds, just like big old chunks of them just out in the water, which means it's not very deep. So I've been staying out pretty far from the shore just because I don't want to have any problems. Though it's not exactly calm, and the headwind has died down for the second, but it'll pick back up again soon, I'm sure. So yeah, just slowly moving up the shore. Well, it's 6 o'clock and pretty cloudy, and I'm just working my way around this corner. I've officially finished Big Bend and I'm on my way towards the dam, but I don't think I'll get there today. I just wasn't moving fast enough, but that's okay. The headwind slowed me down, but I honestly wasn't going very fast this morning either. I was just kind of tired. Today is probably the first day that I've actually probably disliked being on the lakes. I was just tired and crabby, and you know, tired of no current. But that's okay, a little bit of rest and I'll be fine. So it's 7 o'clock and I actually just checked Google Maps, and turns out I'm still going down the side of Big Bend. So less than a mile over the hills right there is Lake Sharp on the other side, and where I was this morning. So that's pretty interesting, and man, that is a big bend, because it does not look very big on the satellite view, but it took all day. Not that I really broke any speed records today, but it definitely is a big bend. So I'm currently 10 miles away from the dam, so I'm gonna try to push as far as I can with the last like hour and a half of daylight I have, and then get to the dam tomorrow and portage it. So that's kind of the plan. And yeah, I'm just pretty tired, so just gonna try to do one last push here and then find a nice place to camp. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock and the dam is in sight. There, that gap in the trees very far away is the actual dam, and I was hoping to camp here at this point, but as I got closer, this would appear to be a vehicle and some kind of pump running. So that's out, and these banks have not been very friendly. There are a lot of just sharp cut banks, like just steep dirt banks along here, so hopefully I can find something that's unoccupied. But I still have over an hour of light left, so I'm not in any kind of trouble yet. I don't know if you can see, but there's a car right there, so definitely don't want to sleep right next to a road. So luckily I can keep going. I've got to say, it kind of looks like, unless a miracle happens along the next like mile or so, I'm gonna have a pretty terrible camping spot tonight. But that's okay, it's bound to happen at least a couple times on this trip. Okay, so here's the score. It's about 7:30. I've got the boat pulled up on shore, and there's kind of a berm here. I've noticed there's been that quite a bit. I don't know what the waves cause this, but it's pretty common. And my bag is kind of tucked in back here in this little hole. So it's not supposed to rain tonight, so I don't have to worry about this hole flooding or anything. And it's kind of the best of the worst options here. So I'm gonna get the boat covered up with the cover so that it can't be seen from the lake, and just kind of hunker down. There's a road fairly close to me, but behind all these trees, so I think I'm gonna be fine. Just as long as I'm not seen within the next hour, I'll be great. All right, well look at that. It probably sticks out, but not near as much as a giant orange kayak. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting the tent set up. Actually, I'm probably gonna get supper going first. Then I'll think about tents. So there is the dam, and I'm about 8.5 miles away. So hopefully it won't be too bad in the morning to get there and get over the dam. And yeah, I feel like today wasn't terribly awesome. I just went real slow, had a headwind for most of the day, and didn't get near as many miles as I'd hoped. But that's okay. It's but that's okay. So yeah, I mean, it's not a race, and the headwind definitely slowed me way down. And yeah, it is what it is. So hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Okay, so for supper, I have a Mountain House chicken fried rice. So definitely a classic. It's always good. And then I also have this small one that I wanted to go ahead and eat. It's a Packet Gourmet curry mango chicken salad. So you add cold water to it, and apparently it makes chicken salad. So we'll see how that goes. And other than that, I gotta still get the tent set up, and yeah, it's a interesting evening, but still, it's a lovely day out here. It's been definitely a challenging day, but that's okay. Okay, so there's the boat, and here's the tent. It's all tucked down in this hole, so hopefully my lights can't be seen from the road. And I'm being eaten alive by mosquitoes, so I'm gonna hop in the tent. I'm hoping I've imagined about half of the bites, but that still leaves the other half, so it's pretty bad. So hopefully I can get into this tent without too many of them getting in, and then have a good evening editing a video and going to bed. Okay, so I went ahead and brought in pretty much everything, even my boots I brought in the tent, because this little hole here is completely filled with spiders. I'm sure I have quite a few in the tent right now, but yeah, so I'm just trying to keep the bugs out. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of bugs crawl into my boots or whatever, so they were fairly clean from walking through the grass, so I just brought them in here. So I'm going to get things organized, eat some supper, and get this video edited and go to bed, because I am tired from last night. Okay, so it's about 10:30. I just got the video edited, and looks like it's about to start raining for about a half hour. There's a little cell that's rolling over, so it wasn't supposed to rain today, but apparently there's a little cell forming right on top of us, so it is what it is. I'm not too worried. It's not supposed to rain very much, so it'll just be some nice raindrops on the tent to go to sleep to, hopefully. So I just got to get this video uploaded, and I'll be ready to go to bed.